Hi there. Down at Seattle Coffee Gear, well, not down at, over the phones, every other which way, people email in. We get this question all the time. How do you make the best latte? And they're always asking me. I'm not the pro to ask. You know, we all know I can't do latte art, so why should I be able to make even a decent latte? But what we're all about down here is if we don't know, we're going to find out. So we went and hit the pavement here in Seattle, and we found Sean, which he is a well-known, he's won a lot of the barista championships, not only in the United States, South America, Europe. He's our man. I mean, when was the last one Patagonia?
Patagonia, yeah. Not a lot of people make the trek down to South America for the coffee competition.
Won.
Yeah, there were only 5 people there, so it was kind of
a
no-brainer. Yeah,
yeah,
it was a lot of fun.
That,
well, you're right, you're right.
So anyway, what we did was we came up with the best equipment that we could. We've got the GS3 from La Marzocco, we've got the Rocky grinder, we've got the frothing pitcher, tamper, shot glasses, milk, we have everything. So I would love it if you could show me how to make a good latte, and those guys out there too.
Definitely, it would be my pleasure. So
let's go start with?
So obviously you got to start with the coffee. So we'll go over here to the beans and the Rocky grinder.
Yep.
And we'll get this, basically we just want to make sure that it's almost about halfway full. You know, measuring it, weighing it, doesn't really matter too much. Just kind of, just.
Okay, all right, well, you're the pro.
Yeah, you just kind of want to eyeball this.
Okay.
So just about halfway full, that's totally good enough.
Halfway.
Also, the grind setting, not a huge issue. I have it, I mean, it's a roughly 15, but I could spin it to probably 25 or even down to like 2, and it would probably work just fine. So
Interesting. It's a little different take than what I'm used to, but well, it looks a little undernourished. But hey, whatever.
We'll just
are you gonna?
Oh, right, tamping. Well, you know, a lot of people do use these tampers. Everyone talks about 30 pounds this and calibrated tamper that, but we found, you know, in kind of the coffee competition community, we found that it's really about just using your thumb. If you're going to tamp at all, which you don't have to, you just use your thumb, because those natural contours and fingerprints on your thumb will...
Does it channel the water
actually,
in any way?
It prevents channeling,
It actually maybe does something. Okay, good.
Yeah. So it's going to prevent the channeling here, so I'm just going to get my thumb in there and just kind of put my body weight against this.
Okay, 30
just
pounds.
Move it all around.
Or give or take.
Yeah, just your body weight is enough typically.
Okay. So my body weight would be different than yours, but that's okay. It sounds like it's not, you know.
You know, it really doesn't matter too much. People really make these variables out to be a lot more complicated than they really are. So
well, you know what? Now you don't have to buy this tamper.
Exactly, saves you some money.
Yeah.
So we'll get that portafilter attached, and we obviously want to be steaming our milk while this is extracting. No one wants to pour, you know, hot milk into cold coffee, so we'll do that at the same time. We've got the 2% milk we've actually been preheating.
Preheating. Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. So with cold milk, it won't really froth very easily. So you definitely want to get it up to at least room temperature, and this is getting there. Obviously, the cup warmer on top helped with that. So we'll just get this started as we get our crab mug down here to pour into.
Oh, that's a great mug. This is a Seattle mug, and you can see well used.
Oh yes, very well used.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll get that in there, and then we're going to start our shot as we start steaming the milk.
Okay. Let her go.
All right. And with your milk steaming, obviously you want to make sure that you're getting the right microfoam. Microfoam is a huge thing for lattes. So I'm going to get some foam in here, and then after about 10 or 15 seconds, you want to make sure you just move this up and down. And up and down.
I'm going to shut this off for you, okay?
Oh yeah, that's probably good.
Okay, good.
So just keep moving this up and down. Now you want to make sure it gets really, really hot.
Okay.
So we're going to make sure that this keeps going.
180 or something like that? Or?
Yeah, 180, 190.
Okay, good. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me.
Just keep moving it up and down, and that's perfect.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, shut that off.
Wow, that looks great.
There we go.
You're certainly teaching me some new techniques, and you know, I'm sure this is going to take me to the next level.
Oh yeah, you got to think outside the box. You know, sometimes there's all these coffee forums out there, and everyone says this is the best way to do it, but this truly is the right way to do it.
So what is a typical shot, a double shot?
Double shot, about 2 ounces, maybe a little more.
So,
this is a little more coffee than we would have really wanted, so I'm just going to dump some of that out. Just make sure we get down to the 2 ounce mark, and that's a perfect double shot.
Looks good to me.
Oh yeah. And then we definitely want to just add our milk into there.
Okay. And you can see, you let that kind of separate out, which is kind of nice. You can see where the hot milk ends and the foam starts. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah,
that you
separate it. You definitely
Okay.
want to make sure it's separated.
Okay.
And honestly, the best thing about steaming milk in a container like this is you can just put the cap on, put it in your fridge, and use it for the entire week's worth of lattes.
So when you're done, okay, let's just make this one and see what we have
Sure.
left over.
Well, actually, for this one, I'm gonna actually keep this. I'm gonna keep
You're
this.
not going to use any of the foam off?
Well, maybe just a little bit. Maybe
Okay.
just a little bit. I want to keep that for tomorrow and maybe a little bit later in the day today.
Okay. And then, okay, so that looks like it's a,
Woo,
Oh,
that
is
is
that
hot.
hot? Yeah.
It's very hot. Like I said, 190. Got to make sure it's
well,
up
you
there.
got to watch out for the, make sure your glass is tempered.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
that's real important.
And
So-
obviously we need some more milk in here. So I'm gonna just grab, if you could hand me the 2% of that.
Okay, gotcha. So what are you going to do
I'm just
here?
gonna top off the milk.
Oh.
I want a little more milk so I can save some of this for later.
Oh,
Later in the
gotcha.
day today, sometime tomorrow.
So you went to 190 so that it needs a little cooling down?
Yeah, basically I just want to cool that down a bit. So I'm gonna put
Okay,
that
good.
in there.
Oh, nice.
That looks perfect. And there you go.
Wow.
We've got a perfect latte.
And what about the art part?
Art, schmart, who really needs it, right?
Yeah, well, I guess,
I mean, you can definitely scoop some of the foam off of the top here after it's separated out quite a bit.
Yeah.
Take your spoon and just kind of spoon it
Yeah.
on there and make the art you're
Okay.
looking for.
Um,
But, the crabs aren't enough most of the time.
mind if I taste this?
Go for it. I'd like some too.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good, Sean.
Is it? Is
yeah,
it?
it's a little different than what I was expecting, but your techniques are a little bit different than what I'm used to as well.
Oh, well, yeah, I've like I said, I've trained around the world and I've gone to these competitions
Yeah.
in different continents, and you pick up some of these things across the way, so.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to come down and help us out. And I know the folks out there are going to want to ask a lot of questions and have
yeah.
a lot of comments. So we'll keep you posted on what's going on. So, there you go, folks. A latte from a professional. Thanks a lot for watching.